Sometimes a film is remade so long after the original that people aren't aware that it's a remake at all. Other times, as is the case of The Island, the makers don't want the public to know that the movie is a remake. There are also numerous remakes that became Hollywood blockbusters, but were actually reimagined French, Spanish, South Korean, and Cantonese originals. Number 29, Scarface. Al Pacino's seminal performance in Scarface, 1981, has made the film an all-time classic, but it's actually a remake of a movie with the same name from 1932. The original is considered a brutal masterpiece in its own right. Number 28, Dinner for Schmucks. Dinner for Schmucks, 2010, is an American remake of the French film Le Dîner de Cons, 1998. Both films were major blockbusters in their respective countries. Number 27, The Bourne Identity. Originally a book from 1980, it became a TV movie in 1988, and later went to the big screen in 2002. It was followed by 3 sequels, all major Hollywood successes. Number 26, 12 Monkeys. One of Bruce Willis's most famous sci-fi roles, 12 Monkeys, 1995, is based on the French short film La Jetée, 1962. Universal Studios acquired the rights to the French production before turning it into a full-length feature film. Number 25, Vanilla Sky. One of Tom Cruise's most memorable performances, Vanilla Sky, 2001, was a remake of the Spanish movie Abra los Ojos, 1997. Penelope Cruz played the same role in both movies. Number 24, The Departed. This star-studded mafia movie is a remake of the Hong Kong film Infernal Affairs, though Jack Nicholson's portrayal of his character was drawn from the real-life crime boss Whitey Bulger. Number 23, The Tourist. The Tourist, 2010, starring Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie, is a remake of the French movie Anthony Zimmer, 2005, starring Sophie Marceau and Yvonne Adel. Though The Tourist earned far more than Anthony Zimmer, the French movie is widely considered the better film. Number 22, The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz, 1939, is considered the most watched movie of all time, but it was preceded by a 1925 silent, black and white film. Both were based on the 1900 children's book The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Number 21, The Lake House. Starring Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, The Lake House, 2006, was a milestone in romantic film and a remake of the South Korean Il Maire, 2000. Number 20, The Manchurian Candidate. The Manchurian Candidate, 1962, was a classic political thriller starring Frank Sinatra set during the Korean War. The 2004 version starring Denzel Washington was set during the Persian Gulf War, but both were based on the 1959 book by the same name. Number 19, The Birdcage. The Birdcage, 1996, starring Robin Williams and Nathan Lane as a gay couple, was based on the Franco-Italian movie La Cage aux Folles, an adaptation from a 1973 play of the same name. Number 18, Meet the Parents. This 2000 Hollywood blockbuster was based on a movie by the same name from 1992. The original had a budget of just $100,000. The remake and subsequent sequels have earned tens of millions. Number 17, Scent of a Woman. One of Al Pacino's classics, Scent of a Woman, 1992, is a remake of the Italian Profumo di Donna, 1974. While both films are beloved in their respective countries, the Italian version is lesser known. Number 16, The Island. Though The Island, 2005, was not intended nor marketed as a remake, it was successfully sued for copyright infringement by the makers of Parts, The Clonus Horror, 1979. DreamWorks settled for a 7-figure sum. Number 15, Mr. Deeds. It was one of Adam Sandler's most successful films, but Mr. Deeds, 2002, is a remake of Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, 1936, from Robert Capra. Number 14, Angels in the Outfield. One of the all-time classic baseball movies, Angels in the Outfield, 1994, is a remake of the 1951 film by the same name. Number 13, Dawn of the Dead. The zombie thriller that rocked the box office, Dawn of the Dead, 2004, was based on the pioneering movie by the same name from 1978, directed by George A. Romero. Number 12, You've Got Mail. You've Got Mail, 1998, is a remake of The Shop Around the Corner, 1941, which was in turn based on the Hungarian play Parfumery, 1937. All three productions were considered classics for their time. Number 11, War of the Worlds. First an H.G. Wells work of fiction from 1897 and then famously adapted for radio by Orson Welles in 1938, the epic sci-fi was first turned into a film in 1953. Though Tom Cruise's 2005 version is well known, the 1953 film was a generational event. Number 10, The Parent Trap. It was Lindsay Lohan's coming out party, playing two identical twins in her 1998 film debut. But The Parent Trap was originally released in 1961 and was already a classic by the time it was remade. Number 9, The Lady Killers. The original The Lady Killers, 1955, was a British comedic masterpiece and was remade into an American film in 2004 with less critical acclaim but more box office success. Number 8, Ocean's 11. Now a commercially successful franchise, Ocean's 11, 2001, is a remake of the 1960 Rat Pack film of the same name with some of the greatest singers of the time, including Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., and Dean Martin. Number 7, The Talented Mr. Ripley. The Talented Mr. Ripley, 1999, is a remake of the movie Purple Noon, 1960, but draws its inspiration more primarily from the 1955 book, also called The Talented Mr. Ripley. Number 6, The Last House on the Left. The Last House on the Left, 2009, thriller is based on the 1972 movie of the same name, which in turn got its plot from Ingmar Bergman's Swedish film The Virgin Spring. Number 5, The Magnificent Seven. Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, and Ethan Hawke starred in The Magnificent Seven, 2016, grossing over $100 million worldwide. The original The Magnificent Seven, 1960, starred Steve McQueen and Charles Bronson, and was considered one of the all-time Western classics. Number 4, 3:10 to Yuma. Westerns saw a resurgence with remakes like 3:10 to Yuma, 2007, being made exactly 50 years after the original came out. Number 3, The Thing. Most people know that The Thing, 2011, is a remake of the 1982 version starring Kurt Russell. But the 1982 film was also a remake of The Thing from Another World, 1951, a movie based on a book from that same year. Number 2, True Lies. One of Arnold Schwarzenegger's seminal films, True Lies, 1994, is actually a remake of the French comedy La Totale, 1991. Both movies were major successes in their markets. Number 1, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Keanu Reeves starred as a visiting alien in the well-received The Day the Earth Stood Still, 2008, but the black and white original from 1951 was an incredibly important high watermark for sci-fi movies of the time, something the remake didn't accomplish. I hope you liked this video. Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.